Hello everyone and welcome back to the Common Sense Crypto channel. As with you always, this is Rich doing another video today on XRP. So I hope you're all having a wonderful day today wherever you are in this great world. We're gonna talk about XRP. And I gotta start with this. Remember when the president put out this post where he was talking about the executive order on digital assets, and he mentioned XRP, Solana, and ADA first, and then like an hour later, he came back and said, oh, and Bitcoin and Ethereum as well. There's a lot of people now saying that the fact that he mentioned XRP first, that was our hint that XRP is going to be the future in the United States, that they're going to start utilizing XRP strategically to strengthen the U.S. digital dollar. I agree with that. I think there was a reason he put it first. The president, when he does something, he does it intentionally. XRP could have been third, it could have been second, it could have been mentioned an hour later with Bitcoin or Ethereum, but it was mentioned first for a reason. What are your thoughts on that? Put it in the comments section down below. And it was Link versus XRP, it's stablecoins versus XRP, and now it's XRP versus XLM once again. It's one of the most misunderstood rivalries. This comes from Tokenizer. RippleNet is bank-facing, white glove services, plus XRP for settlement liquidity. Focus equals enterprise treasury and financial institutions. Stellar is retail-facing, fintechs and banks issuing compliant payment rails. Focus equals inclusion, wallets, and end-user adoption. But here's the kicker. Both technologies are ISO 222 compliant, and both are woven into payment experiments with Visa, MasterCard, and central banks. It's not XRP versus XLM. It's a two-pronged strategy for the new payments era. One attacking the bank corridors, the other embedding into wallets and consumer payments. These two, along with the rest of the ISOs, have always played towards the same end goal. This is why you diversify in crypto. If you're an XRP holder, hold some XLM. If you're an XLM holder, hold some XRP. And then even diversify some more and hold some HBAR, XDC, Algo, IOTA, and QNT, and ADA. But Ripple and Stellar, they both went in different directions, but they both went in the same direction. Because XRP, it was always meant for the banks. But Ripple then pivoted. They went towards custody. They're also involved with domestic payments as well. Why do you think Ripple has all those money transmitter licenses all throughout the United States? But Stellar pivoted also, went more towards CBDCs. They're both going in the same direction, but they're going to be working side by side, is what I'm saying. This comes from Coach JV. XRP under $3 is a massive blessing. Most people panic when prices are low, but this is where wealth is built. You already know the game. Accumulation in sideways markets is what sets up generational wealth when the cycle turns. Think of it like farmland. Everyone wants to buy when the crops are ready for harvest. But the smart money plants seeds when the soil looks empty. XRP under $3 is fertile soil. The impatient will miss it. The disciplined will own it. XRP under $10 is a blessing, in my opinion, because this run is going to be unlike every previous run. People keep citing market cap in previous cycles. I think it's all nonsense. Market cap doesn't matter in crypto. And previous cycles are exactly what they are. Previous cycles. This cycle is a game changer. This is the cycle that's gonna change the future. I think we're on the verge of adoption. And with adoption, everything changes. Pundit predicts XRP price in 12 months, says Ethereum will still be around $4,000. So look at these price predictions. Solana over $500. Bitcoin over $210,000. I don't see that happening. Sui over $6, but XRP over $4.50. Now, he didn't predict a top for XRP. I think in the next 12 months, there's a good chance XRP is either above $100 or on its way to $100. Because adoption, like I just said, is going to be a game changer. XRP Ledger is built for institutional adoption. It's built for tokenization. Those two things are about to happen at a very high, like a very high momentum happening with both tokenization and institutional adoption at the same time. Most of that value is coming to the XRP ledger. To understand XRP's future price movements, it helps to look at the crypto market's performance as a whole, alongside XRP's strong long-term fundamentals. Why does XRP dump or pump? So they're citing Bitcoin's influence on XRP and altcoins. The fact that we're still following Bitcoin, every time Bitcoin comes crashing down, the rest of the market's coming with it until XRP decouples from Bitcoin. Short-term pullbacks versus long-term growth. So think about it like this. What happens with XRP? XRP tends to go upward, but then it pulls back, and then it goes sideways, and then the next move up is usually even higher than the first move up. We've seen that so many times in the past for XRP. They even cite the fact that in previous cycles, XRP tended to move last. This could also be the cycle where that changes everything, because people are already predicting XRP to move last. They're expecting it to move last. But what if XRP changes the game? What if XRP is the crypto that leads us into alt season? That could very well happen as well. Remember, ETFs, they're going to be a game changer. It doesn't take a lot of money to move the price of XRP. Thanks to the thanks to the market cap multiplier. Wow, it's been a long day. But what I'm telling you is this. Everybody expects one thing, but XRP always tends to do the opposite. It's just like when people are predicting XRP to fall back down under $2. What does XRP do? It breaks to the upside and ends up back above to $3. We've seen that happen multiple times so far, and I'm expecting that to continue to happen as well. Robert Mitchnick, ex-Ripple employee, shifting views on crypto. They just won't talk about the elephant in the room, XRP. Take a listen.
How have your views on crypto, personal views, changed on crypto over the years?
That's a great question. Well, it's been an interesting journey, right? I've been at this, as we talked about off the start, I first heard about Bitcoin in 2013, but only really started to be engaged in the space in 2017. And then I've been at Blackrock, helping build out this function since 2018. I think that what I've found is you have to be patient, right? These use cases take some time for adoption to actually play out. You have to be skeptical, right? There's some really powerful, amazing things that have been created in this space, starting with Bitcoin and extending now to Ethereum, to stablecoins, and other areas of the space. But there's also lots of useless things from self-promotional types that have been created in this space. You have to be skeptical. But I think as time has gone on and the industry has weathered one bear market correction after another and one set of bad actors blowing themselves up after another, it's proven the resilience. It's proven that this is an asset class and it's technology that's here to stay. And that's very exciting.
Take notice that he's already looking past Bitcoin. And when he's talking about adoption, do you honestly think he's talking about Bitcoin? He knows exactly what XRP is. I see all these Bitcoin maxis all the time saying he left Ripple to go work at Blackrock because he's a Bitcoin only guy. No, he's not, because he already knows the potential of XRP. XRP fair market value stands at $4,813 per the Athey and Mitchnick model. He worked on the Mitchnick model. So he said by 2030, XRP will be at $4,813. He knew what the future holds for XRP. And I still believe that's going to happen before 2030. Take notice, everybody puts that 2030 timeline on everything. It started with the Great Reset. That was coming from the World Economic Forum. They said by 2030, tokenization will be an $837,000 market, or $1 trillion market. They also said by 2030, you will own nothing and be happy. CBDCs will be in place everywhere by 2030. But look at what's going on right now. Some CBDCs are set to go live by the end of this year, 2025. More in 2026. Even more in 2027 and 2028. So I'm expecting either every country adopts a central bank digital currency or a stable coin like the United States by 2028. I'm expecting that whole system to be up and running by 2028. And there's a good chance it happens even sooner than that. But it's too early to call still. Investors may soon earn 4 to 7% annual yield on XRP holdings. They're talking about Firelight and Flare. I could see Flare being very solid when it comes to earning yield off of your XRP. I know a lot of people still think that Flare's a scam because the airdrops were delayed for a period of time. But Flare is going to emerge as a massive monster in this space. You gotta get a decent bag. When I say decent bag, at least 5 to 10,000 Flare before the price really starts to break out. Because you buy something when it's dirt cheap, especially something that's not only going to have utility itself, but it's going to bring utility to XRP, Bitcoin, Doge, and so on through F assets. Flare is going to be a very big deal, most likely within the next 12 months. It's already gaining a lot of momentum as we speak, and it's going to open up ways for you to earn annual yield on your XRP holdings. So imagine it's a bear market. We never had the ability to earn from our XRP in the past. This time around, we'll be able to earn off of our XRP. But I don't know when we're going to see a bear market for XRP once the breakout begins. Because I'm still thinking we're going to see a utility run in this cycle. I think we'll see either a full-blown utility run or the early beginnings of a utility run. A massive utility run. But until it all happens, stay patient, stay positive, and let's get rich together. With that said, I'm going to wrap up this video. I want to thank you all for watching. I appreciate all of you. I'll see you in the next one. Have a great night.